level black. Some are following Chainsaws example of attempting to claim mastery in the process of input secret knowledge of what almost like the fall, one attribute of taking credit for the successes being enabled to publicize it.
RNA Global, in partnership with the Brazilian government, is proud to announce the Santos rebuilding endeavor. Starting with the construction of the RNA arcology, we pledge our full resources to the healing of Santos. Rising from the ashes of last year's magical terrorist attack, the RNA arcology will be the centerpiece of the new Santos, a sanctuary for a city held together for the last year by volunteer organizations such as the Lineage, the Global Disaster Relief Fund, and the Children of the Awakening. Hand in hand with the people of Santos, we at RNA Global will help bring this once great city back to prominence. Santos and RNA, a new team for a new era.
Welcome to Santos and the mercenary training grounds, rookie. It's my job to get you battle ready ASAP, so we'll be covering a lot of ground in each training session, starting right now with glider, teleport, enhanced vision, and how to accurately fire your weapon. We can only cover the basics here, rookie, so after we're done, I recommend you consult your manual, and whenever possible, talk to some battlefield veterans. First, you're going to learn to use the tech glider. It's a small pack that deploys wings that allows you to glide short distances. Tap the glider button to activate the tech. You don't need to hold it, just give it a tap. If you re-trigger glider while in the air, the wings retract and you'll drop to the ground. Remember that feature when you're gliding and getting shot at. Now let's practice by moving through a series of waypoints. Good. Move on to the next waypoint. Keep moving, rookie. Good work. Now glide down to the next waypoint to learn about the magic spell, Teleport. Teleport instantly moves you 8 meters in the direction you are moving, even through solid objects. Magic spells use essence. This is reflected by your essence bar as seen in the lower left of your HUD. Teleport requires 3 points of essence that will be expended and then refresh over time. Move forward and trigger teleport to cast the spell. You must be moving or the spell will fail. Good. Did you notice the essence bar in the lower left corner? Some essence gets used when you cast, and then refills. This means occasionally you'll have to wait to get the essence you need to teleport. You always teleport in the direction you are moving, rather than the direction you are looking. If you feel like showing off, you could try facing away from the next. Here's something a little tougher. Try teleporting upward. First jump up, then teleport. Good. Now teleport down by crouching and then teleporting. these two things. You teleport in the direction you are moving, not the direction you are looking. And magic required now to combine the two powers. The next waypoint is beyond the reach of a single glide, so glide toward the waypoint. Then teleport as you're going up. This allows you to reach the waypoint in one hop. This combination is critical for maximizing your mobility. Move to the next waypoint to continue your training. Welcome to weapon training. You're going to learn about weapon accuracy and the factors that affect it. Magic and technology have reshaped the nature of modern combat, but shooting straight and pegging the bad guy before he pegs you will always be the most important factor in keeping your ass alive and protecting our investment. Look at your target reticle. The ring defines the area where your bullets will land. Now walk around and notice how your reticle changes as you move. As the outer edge expands, your accuracy is reduced. The outer circle defines the new area where your bullets will land. Running, jumping, and basically any active movement will negatively affect weapon accuracy, while crouching has a positive effect. Now walk into the highlighted area. Aim at the target and fire a few rounds with your pistol. Notice how the reticle changes shape when you fire. Reload your pistol and notice how and for how long it affects your accuracy. Good. Your pistol has been replaced with a submachine gun. This is a good short and mid-range weapon. Aim at the target and fire. Just hold the trigger down until the magazine is empty. Notice again that as the outer ring gets bigger, your weapon becomes less accurate. Continuous fire equals less accuracy. This is critical, soldier. Remember it. This time fire in short bursts. Try to keep all your shots on the target. Follow the waypoint to the next location to continue your training. Enhanced vision is tech that allows you to see through solid objects. Look at the waypoint and press the enhanced vision button to trigger the tech. Notice how you can see the enemy and how far away he is. Enhanced vision works out to a distance of 60 meters. If the target is relatively close, you will see a silhouette. Further out, you'll see just a pip. Now here's your chance to show the bad guys what you can do with your new skills. Remember, fire in short, controlled bursts and use your new powers. Glide over the train car or teleport through it. Then acquaint him with your weapon, up close and personal, soldier. Your next target is further away. Use enhanced vision to locate him, then use teleport to reach him. Practice your training in a bot match, or go to one of the other weapon stations to learn more. Shotgun training. The shotgun is a powerful close-range weapon. It quickly loses accuracy and effectiveness at ranges over 5 meters. There are enemy targets in the basement area. Find and eliminate them with your shotgun. Use teleport to close the distance to them and to escape. Good work. You completed shotgun training. You may head to the exit to practice your training in a bot match, or go to one of the other weapon stations to learn more. To sniper rifle training. This weapon only fires while using the scope to zoom in on a target. Press zoom to activate the scope. Pressing zoom a second time will increase your magnification. To disable the scope, press zoom a third time. There are 5 drones on the power station. Kill all of them from this location with the sniper rifle. A single headshot or 2 shots to the body will kill each one. Great. You have passed sniper rifle training. You've completed weapons training. Move to the waypoint to continue. You did well, soldier. As you can see, there's a lot to learn. There are tactical intricacies that I have not taught you, especially with enhanced vision, that you will have to learn on the field. Here's the takeaway. Always remember you have new powers at your disposal. Use them. The rules of combat have changed, and if you forget that, you're toast. Now you're going to a bot match to practice what you've learned against AI opponents. Game on. Wins.
Since its discovery following the terrorist attacks that nearly leveled Santos, Brazil 2 years ago, the Mount Cubatco ziggurat has fallen victim to looting, vandalism, and attempted occupation by local separatist groups. As a result, priceless artifacts holding untold historic knowledge have been destroyed or damaged beyond usefulness. In the interest of public safety, the Santos rebuilding endeavor requests all non-RNA research teams vacate the site within 24 hours. All those leaving the site are subject to search to ensure the valuable relics are not removed from the site. All residents are requested to comply with these new directives, and accredited research institutions can contact RNA 585DL80 to obtain access request forms. Santos and RNA, a new team for a new era.
Welcome back, soldier. By now you probably heard some scuttlebutt on the recent events around Mount Kabatko Ziggurat. Well, you didn't hear it from me. Magic is a fact of life in today's world, and you're about to learn two powerful spells that are going to keep you alive and kicking when the shit hits the fan. We call them Resurrect and the Tree of Life. Oh, and by the way, at some point in this session you're going to have to die. But don't worry, we can bring you back. First, you're going to have to learn to assign new powers to your ability slots. Follow the text on your screen to assign the Tree of Life. Notice you have some of the previous training session powers pre-assigned and your ability slots are mostly full. You will need to assign powers when you acquire new ones, or when you want to shuffle the powers you currently have in your ability slots. Hold the assignment menu button. Now select Magic. Select the Tree of Life icon and press one of your ability slot buttons, but not your fire button. Now that you have the Tree of Life assigned, cast it by activating the slot you assigned it to. The Tree of Life heals anyone, regardless of team that stands nearby. It lasts until its healing powers are expended or it is destroyed. You can't experience the healing power of Tree of Life without taking a little damage first, so I'm going to have to put a little bit of hurt on you. But don't worry, you can take it. Now, stand close to the tree to heal yourself. You will heal as long as you stay near the tree. All right, move to the waypoint. We'll start your first combat exercise using tree. Two enemies will engage you. Cast Tree of Life and then use it for cover and to heal yourself. To the waypoint for the next exercise. For this one, I'm taking away your Tree of Life magic. Face the new waypoint. This is where the enemies will be. Your job is to force the enemies from their Tree of Life and to use it to heal yourself as needed. The tree doesn't care which side you're on. If you're hurting, it heals you. Remember, if you need to heal, you will have to use the enemy tree. Now you learn about Resurrect. Move to the waypoint and we can get started. When cast, Resurrect invests a portion of your essence to bring a dead ally back to this world so he can continue his job of kicking enemy butt. You will learn to cast this spell, but first, a lesson in how it impacts the soldier that is resurrected. What that means is we're starting with you. This one's gonna hurt more than the last one did, rookie. How's that feel, soldier? You're resurrected and almost as good as new. One thing you must remember, if the ally who resurrected you dies, you will slowly slip back to death through the process we call bleeding out. It's as fun as it sounds. Okay, now assign Resurrect to an ability slot. You'll need to assign it over an existing power. May I recommend that you keep the Tree of Life assigned? I have a feeling you may need it. Hold the assignment menu button. Now select Magic. Now it's your turn to cast Resurrect. Dead allies appear as yellow HUD markers with their name and distance from you noted. Move to the closest marker now. Cast Resurrect while near your ally's body. As a side note, if there are more ally bodies here, one spell will bring them all back to life. See? Simple, painless, and good for your popularity. But look at your essence bar on the lower left. Notice the pips that are grayed out? This essence is reserved while the ally you resurrected is still alive. To be resurrected, there must be a body. So to keep your enemies from resurrecting each other, you need to make it a point, when you can, to eliminate enemy bodies from the field. Follow the waypoints to destroy all the enemy bodies before they're brought back. To eliminate a body, shoot it until it is destroyed. Good. Move to the next waypoint to clear the next body before it can be resurrected. There's an enemy in the area attempting to resurrect his comrades. Take him out. That enemy resurrected his fallen comrade. Kill them both. If you kill the caster first, your ally will start bleeding out. Move to the waypoint for one final, though valuable lesson. As I said, when you're resurrected, if the person that resurrected you dies, you will also die. Normally, you don't get a warning when that is about to happen, but I'm feeling generous today. Cast the Tree of Life and get ready to experience what it feels like to bleed out. The ally that res you has died. The only way to survive for long is to stand near a Tree of Life and hope another ally can find you and cast Resurrect on you before you die from bleeding out. Through some real life and death experiences today, soldier. Out on the battlefield, you'll need these two spells to keep yourself and others in fighting form. Being selfish and not using them will spell disaster for your team. You need to remember how to assign powers as well. Learn how to do it quickly and choose what you need in the 3 slots. Using the advanced quick cast technique will add to your flexibility. Now for a bot match.
Game on. lineage wins. Game on. Game on.
RNA Global, a worldwide leader in magical security and research, is currently hiring trained combat personnel for a variety of positions at their new worldwide headquarters in Santos, Brazil. Available positions include corporate security, recon and force, asset acquisition, and corporate native relations teams. RNA Global offers competitive wages and a robust benefits package with full medical and disability insurance, life insurance, dependent care, and a top-of-the-line retirement plan. For further information, contact RNA 585DL90. Santos and RNA, a new team for a new era.
Welcome back. As you can see, we've moved your training ground to the slums of Santos. There will be plenty of work opportunities coming up, and this figures to be ground zero. Learning the ground you will fight on is as important as learning the skills I teach you. Today you will be learning about gust and strangle magic, and how you will buy what you need when you face real opponents. Follow the waypoint to begin the training session. First thing, when you play against real opponents, you will need to purchase your powers and weapons. We will start there by buying the magic named Strangle. At the beginning of each round, you will have a short time to purchase what weapons, magic, and tech you want. Once you purchase tech and magic, you retain that item for the whole match. Weapons are lost when you die. Money is earned by killing enemies, escaping with the artifact, and basically anything that helps your team will earn you cash. Now to purchase Strangle, first select the magic menu. Now select Strangle from the list of magic spells. You have purchased Strangle. Now you need to exit this menu. Good. Now we need to assign Strangle to an ability slot. There's a shortcut, but I will teach you that later. Strangle grabs an enemy target and temporarily immobilizes it. This leaves the enemy vulnerable to attack. Strangle is also used to seal off areas where you expect the enemy to come from, and to protect important items from being easily taken. There's a target zone highlighted on the ground. Aim at the floor inside the circle and cast Strangle. Be aware that you can be caught in your own Strangle, so be careful and don't cast it at your feet. Good. Notice how Strangle spreads out around the spot it was cast. This makes it a strong defensive tool. Each time you cast Strangle, it reserves 2 pips of your essence. This essence is required to keep your Strangle alive. You can destroy Strangle with gunfire, and if you play Strangle well, the enemy will have to do just that to get through, giving you time to react. Use your SMG to clear it now. Good. Now that it's gone, you can see the 2 pips of essence are free to use again. Next, you will use Strangle to block an entry point. Follow the waypoint to the next location to continue your training. There's a waypoint and an important position. The enemy will attempt to pass through this area. Your job is to stop him with Strangle. The enemy target will arrive in 10 seconds. Remember to cast Strangle on the waypoint. The enemy is approaching in 10 seconds. 5 seconds. Here he comes. Good. You can see the enemy had a hard time getting through, and he was vulnerable once he hit the Strangle. Use this spell to slow an enemy attack, or to protect important items, and you will have an easier time when you are on the defensive. Now you will learn about gust magic. Please proceed to the waypoint to start your training. first you need to purchase Gust by using the buy menu. Select the magic menu to find Gust. Instead of simply selecting Gust, attempt to buy Gust by hitting the specific button you want the magic assigned to. You've purchased Gust. Now you need to exit this menu. Gust is a spell that pushes people and objects away from you. It requires 2 pips of essence to cast and takes a short time to recover before it can be used again. There are 3 enemy targets in front of you. Hit each one of them with your Gust spell to make them fall. Next, we use Gust to stop an advancing enemy. Proceed to the waypoint to continue. An enemy target will run up the ramp toward you. Keep him from making it to the platform for 15 seconds. And to make sure you get the hang of it, you can only use Gust, not your weapon. Good work, soldier. You kept the enemy target from reaching his goal. Now you'll combine Gust and Strangle to demonstrate the defensive use of these powers for the last part of this session. For the final part of your training, you'll be using Gust and Strangle to defend the artifact. In the center of the platform is a powerful, magical artifact. In the raid game type, the Lineage team in red aim to capture and escape with the artifact. RNA, that's us, soldier. We'll do whatever it takes to stop them. The twist is, in raid, you and your RNA teammates cannot move the artifact. You can only kill the attacking force. Multiple enemy targets will be trying to take control of the artifact. It is up to you to prevent them from getting close enough to grab it. Must defend the artifact for 45 seconds. Remember to open your assignment menu and reassign your Strangle spell before you begin. And what the hell, I feel generous. I'll let you use your weapon to repel the attackers. Seconds remaining. Successfully defended the artifact and completed this part of your training. Remember that the artifact is the focus of many battles. Gust and Strangle can allow you to effectively deny areas and the artifact to the attacking enemy. Also remember that you will need to buy the powers and weapons you will want to use. Now you will use what you learned in a bot match where the Lineage attempts to take the artifact you're defending.
And the more claims evidence of the specific, almost untouched.
Move, tower.
ramps from sewer. 2 enemies, ramps from sewer. Move, tower. Three enemies, middle. Billboard balcony. Ramps from sewer.
Artifact taken. Defend the exit point.
2 enemies over the cliff.
RNA wins.
Move, tower. Artifact and force mount high stage. Artifact and force mount. High stage, 2 enemies. 1 human is alone with the artifact. Ramp from mount. One human is alone with the artifact. Ramps to score zone. Move, high stage. Artifact is there. Ladder side ramp, clear. One human, ramps from sewer. Move, high stage. 1 human is alone with the artifact. Ladder to elevator. 1 human is alone with the artifact. Ladder side ramp. Ladder to elevator. The artifact is ladder to elevator.
Lineage scores.
Move, tower.
Got a tree.
Three enemies, garden steps.
Artifact taken. Defend the exit point.
High stage. High stage. Four enemies.
Artifact returned.
One human grants facility. Billboard.
Artifact taken. Defend the exit point.
High stage. Two enemies. One human is alone with the artifact. Identification.
RNA wins.
Move, tower. Two enemies guarding room. Two enemies. Billboard out. Under billboard. Two enemies.
Artifact taken. Defend the exit point.
Under the pitch. One human middle. Move under the pitch. One human. Billboard alley. Move under billboards. One human garden room.
Artifact returned.
Two enemies middle. Two enemies under the pitch. Move tower. One human garden room. Move under billboards. One human billboard alley. Two enemies billboard alley. Move tower. Two enemies billboard alley. Move billboard alley. Two enemies. Billboard alley. Clear. Artifact is safe. Move, tower bridge. Move over the pit. Move over the pit. Need backup over the pit. Artifact is safe. Move under billboards. Artifact is safe. One human, billboard balcony. One human over the pit. Tower.
Artifact taken. Defend the exit. RNA wins.
Ruling in favor of the Santos building endeavor, the RNA High Court has issued a bench warrant for the Lineage and labeled them an insurgent organization counterproductive to the rebuilding of Santos. In its ruling, the court cited evidence linking the Lineage to the deaths of hundreds of RNA employees and to the sabotage efforts that have repeatedly delayed construction of the RNA arcology. We at RNA Global are saddened by these recent events, but believe the court's ruling was necessary to ensure the successful rebuilding of Santos, the safety of its residents, and unity under a common goal. Santos and RNA, a new team for a new era.
Well, soldier, things seem to be coming to a head right here in our own backyard. And new recruits and more manpower are needed for when we respond to the Lineage threat. That, my large friend, is why you are here. Trolls are basically muscled locomotives, except armored and full of mean. And that's what we need. We will channel your special abilities to take on this terrorist threat. I will also teach you about miniguns and SmartLink. Move to the waypoint to start your training. Trolls are large metahumans with immense strength, armored skin, and a ferocious reputation on the battlefield. You can see an example in front of you. Trolls are very tough. They are most often used as the core of a defensive stand or as the hammer blow in an assault. Since trolls are larger than normal humans, they do move slower, but they can hoist the heaviest weapons around as easy as a pistol. And trolls do more damage in melee combat, which you will learn more about later. But maybe the most impressive trait of the troll is their ability to armor up. When taking damage, their hide temporarily hardens and can absorb an impressive amount of fire. This hardening process forms spikes in their skin. So when you see this, you know they will be taking less damage. But trolls do have their weaknesses. When a troll's skin hardens, it moves even slower. Also, the troll needs essence to harden. If his essence is drained or invested, he can die under fire almost as quickly as other races. Trolls are just plain tough. They're mean SOBs. Notice the enemies in front of you. Did you notice the protruding spines on the troll? Not only are they tougher, but their skin hardens when they take damage, effectively giving them temporary armor. The spines are the giveaway that this is happening, and you will be doing less damage. Fire both the troll and the human, and notice how much damage a troll can absorb when its skin hardens. Watch for the troll's spikes to grow. Some new hardware. Move to the waypoint for some weapon training. Okay, now for some fun. Buy a minigun. This is a large, heavy, and relatively inaccurate weapon. But as a troll using SmartLink, you minimize these disadvantages. Note that the minigun's barrels need to spin up before they start firing, so hold the trigger down and give it time before it starts spraying lead. It's usually worth the wait. So let's use that bad boy. Test your weapon. Remember, it needs to spin up to begin firing, so you keep that trigger down until you are the only thing still standing. Use your minigun to kill all the enemies. Good. Now we're going to learn about the tech called SmartLink. And to be clear, you should know that all races can use all magic and tech, though some abilities may be a little more suited to one race or another, and the essence cost may be different from race to race. SmartLink is a piece of weapon support tech. It increases accuracy and assists your aim. It also prevents friendly fire and allows you to zoom in with any weapon, even if it doesn't have a scope. Buy and assign SmartLink now. You'll notice when you assign SmartLink, it automatically activates. Tech usage affects your essence capacity, but not in the same way as magic. Notice your essence bar in the lower left. When tech is assigned, some of your essence becomes unavailable for casting magic. All the bells and whistles aside, the most important feature of SmartLink is it improves your accuracy. It assists your aim so you can keep the reticle on the target easier and deliver more constant fire. Another benefit of SmartLink is the suppression of friendly fire. Your weapon will not fire at a friendly. I'm going to spawn the enemy targets, as well as some friendlies. I want you to hold the trigger down and spray. When the dust clears, only blue shirts will be standing. Guaranteed. Use your minigun to kill all the enemies. One benefit of SmartLink is suppression of friendly fire. Your reticle will change to show you are aiming at a friendly, and your weapon will not fire. Look at the friendly troll and attempt to fire now. Notice your reticle as well. When you have SmartLink assigned, you can zoom with any weapon. Try it now. Also note that with rifles and sniper rifles, SmartLink will give you an additional level of zoom. Okay, proceed to the waypoint for one more attack. To show the power of a troll, you get to fight a wave of attackers. Look at the next waypoint. A number of attackers will attempt to overwhelm you. Use SmartLink and your minigun to eliminate them. Use your minigun to kill all the enemies. Good work. Remember what you've learned about trolls, both fighting as one and combating them. They are very tough, though slow at times. With their hardening ability, they can be relentless in attack and resolute in defense. As a troll, you need to keep after your target. Be unyielding. Hit and run attacks may not play to troll strengths. Remember that all races can use SmartLink for its advantages and accuracy if needed. And that miniguns are best used as assault weapons and for area denial. Just remember to get those barrels spinning. Okay, now to a bot match. You'll be a troll on the defense. You'll have SmartLink and a few other items, but feel free to try other combinations. As much as I preached it, trolls don't have to be a stereotypical meat shield machine gunner.
Move, tower. Two enemies guarding room. One human, they're more down.
Artifact taken. Defend the exit point.
Over the pit, clear. Move, ladder to elevator. One human, mouth. Over the pit, clear. One human is alone with the artifact. Ramp to elevator. One human is alone with the artifact. Ramp to elevator.
RNA wins.
Move, elevator. Move, tower. Two enemies, garden alley. Three enemies, garden room. Move, tower.
Artifact taken. Defend the exit point.
Two enemies over the pit. High stage. Artifact is down. Billboard up. Move, high stage. Billboard up.
RNA wins.
RNA Global is proud to announce the grand opening of the RNA Arcology. Rising more than 80 stories over Santos, Brazil, the RNA Arcology is the largest secure structure ever built. The RNA Arcology supports a world-class art museum, 42 restaurants, copious access to public transportation, 12 private helipads, state-of-the-art security, and the worldwide headquarters of RNA Global. Despite sabotage efforts by the Lineage insurgency, the RNA Arcology stands as a shining beacon of peace and security in a chaotic world. Santos and RNA, a new team for a new era.
Welcome, soldier. This is the nerve center of the new RNA Arcology, 92 floors up. The likelihood of an attack here, as unthinkable as it may be, is possible. That is why you're here. As a dwarf, you are about to learn how to best use your unique abilities to combat the magical threat. You'll also learn how to cast summon magic and how to use the anti-magic generator tech to defend this arcology. First, you will learn the unique abilities of the dwarf. Follow the waypoint to begin your trip. Dwarves are tough little buggers. For example, the dwarf can survive a single headshot, which would kill any of the other races. Another thing that sets dwarves apart from the other races, they have more essence capacity, but it regenerates much slower. This changes the tactics of magic uses considerably. To demonstrate, we will drain your essence now. Dwarves do have a special talent to make up for the slow essence regeneration. They can drain essence from others to replenish their essence faster. They can also drain essence from magical objects such as the Tree of Life or Strangle. Buy and assign Strangle. You are equipped with Strangle. Cast it away from you and then walk up to it to drain essence from it, thereby destroying it. See how you gained essence and cleared the Strangle? Follow the waypoint to learn more about draining essence from allies. A dwarf will drain essence from the other races, whether they're friend or foe. But to drain essence from an ally, you must get much closer to them than you do an enemy. Your essence has been emptied again. Walk up to the enemy target to refill your essence. No, the enemy target ran out of essence before you were full. You can only drain as much essence as the target has available. There's a friendly target in the area. Move toward him until you begin to drain his essence. Notice how much closer you have to be. Be careful of draining the Tree of Life or your friends, but if you need to, you should. Dwarves' essence restrictions and their drain ability make them a bit more complex, but once mastered, they play a powerful role, casting and combating magic on the battlefield. Next, you will learn about the anti-magic or AM field generator. Proceed to the waypoint to continue your training. AM generators are a tool to combat the increasing magical threat in the modern battlefield. First thing, buy and assign the tech called anti-magic generator. Hold the assignment menu button. The AM generator is thrown like a grenade. Once thrown, it will stick to the ground, walls, or ceiling. The important thing to remember is that it will not stick to enemies or friendlies. Don't even try it. After it sticks, the AM generator creates a field around itself that drains the essence from magical objects, and both friendly and enemy targets, including yourself. Think of it as the dwarf drain ability that any race can use. To demonstrate this in action, first I need you to cast Strangle. Now throw an AM generator next to the Strangle. It needs to land close to the Strangle to be effective, and you may need to throw a couple to destroy it completely. manner to clear a path through Strangle. But you can use them on all magic objects and to drain essence from people as well. Your amount of AM generators slowly regenerates. Once thrown, they will run out of energy over time and deactivate. If the enemy has thrown one and it is giving you a headache, shoot it to destroy it, just like everything else. Now you will use an AM generator on an enemy troll. Follow the waypoint to continue your training. If you skipped some earlier training, you may not have seen one of these bad boys yet. So the troll is a strong metahuman race that uses essence to armor itself during combat. Shoot at the troll. As you shoot him, his skin hardens. Notice the bonus, but a troll is only able to harden his skin if he has essence. Throw an AM generator near, but not directly at the troll to drain his essence. Now shoot at the troll again. Notice his spikes do not grow. Without any essence, a troll is more vulnerable to your gunfire. Remember, just because they don't wreak havoc the way grenades can, doesn't mean AM generators aren't useful, especially if the enemy has many trolls, elves, or is blocking with Strangle. The last part of this training session covers summon magic and minions. You know, nightmare kind of stuff. Follow the waypoint to continue your training. Assign summon magic to one of your ability slots. This magic summons a powerful minion under your control. Your minion can be ordered to defend an area or attack a target. There is a location marked on the floor. Aim inside the marker and cast summon to create a minion. Your minion is now assigned to defend this location. He will stay there, attack enemy targets that come nearby, and generally stink up the joint. An enemy target is now closing on your location, but don't worry, your minion will take care of this one for you. It's just not this guy's day. Once the enemy target is eliminated, your minion will return to its assigned area and continue to defend there. Now walk up to your minion. As a dwarf, you are able to drain the essence from friendly and enemy minions. And when the minion is out of essence, guess what? No more minion. Good. During combat, it is important to remember that dwarves can take out minions just by getting close enough to them. If you drain an enemy minion and he doesn't get to you first, your teammates will owe you one. When enemies summon minions, those ugly bastards will come right after you. As a dwarf, get close and drain their essence, but watch out for their claws. They might smack you before they get destroyed. Kill all enemies. Also be assigned to seek out and attack a specific target. You'll pursue your target until he's killed it, or until he's destroyed. Move to the waypoint for a demonstration. There's an enemy target in the area for your minion to attack. Aim directly at the enemy like you're going to shoot him and cast summon. After your minion clears clears its target, it is released, and then goes wherever the hell they call home. This returns your essence to you, and of course, your minion disappears. Good work. That completes this training session. You'll now enter another bot match as a dwarf. As always, use the match to practice what you've just learned. Drain essence when you need it, and to deprive the enemy of their magical objects and essence. Use summon to guard areas and to target specific enemies. Get to it.
Artifact taken. Defend the exit point.
3 enemies elevator bank. Elevator bank clear. One more. Hangar stairs. One troll. Atrium. One troll. Patio. One troll. Promenade. One troll. Promenade. Move. Patio. 2 enemies. Promenade. Two enemies. Spiral stairs. One dwarf. Spiral stairs. Spiral stairs. Clear. Move. Patio. Connector high. Clear. Move. Patio. One troll is alone in the artifact. Atrium.
RNA wins.
Two enemies, hangar stairs. Four enemies, elevator bank. Three enemies, elevator bank.
Lineage scores.
Three enemies, elevator bank.
Artifact taken. Defend the exit point.
Two enemies, reception area.
Artifact returned. Artifact taken. Defend the exit point. Lineage scores. Artifact taken. Defend the exit point.
Artifact enforced. Lift. One enemy, hangar stairs. One more, hangar stairs. Move, patio. One unit is along the One human. Hangar. One human. Hangar.
Artifact returned.
One
Artifact
human is
taken.
alone with
Defend the
artifact.
exit
Clear.
point.
Hangar stairs. Clear. Hangar. Clear. Move. Patio. One human is alone with the artifact. Spiral stairs. Patio. One human is alone with the artifact. Move. Patio.
Lineage
Artifact
scores.
there. One more reception area.
Artifact taken. Defend the exit point.
One human is alone with the artifact. Spiral artifact is there. Move. Patio. Artifact is down. Atrium.
Artifact returned. Artifact taken. Defend the exit point.
Move. Patio. One troll is alone with the artifact. Atrium. Atrium. Clear.
RNA wins. Artifact taken. Defend the exit point.
Artifact force is alone with the artifact. Hang on. One enemy reception area. Move, lift. Move, maintenance floor. One more, hangar stairs.
RNA wins.
Maybe some just really think some of our local lore. Yes, this is in fact.
Effective immediately, RNA Security will begin enforcing a mandatory evacuation of the shanty towns and slums surrounding Santos and an 11 p.m. curfew for the remainder of the city. The slums surrounding Santos have become a stronghold for the lineage, and these measures come in response to a rise in armed assaults against RNA security patrols and bombing campaigns against RNA property. Concerned residents can report suspicious persons in their area by contacting RNA 585DL40. Together we can root out these insurgents and return peace to our great city. Santos and RNA, a new team for a new era.
All right, listen up, soldier. This is our last session. Our timetable has moved up, and escalating tensions is the official line. It's time you learn the other side. You're an elf and a lineage soldier, so anyone in a blue RNA uniform is the enemy. You're now going to learn how to use a katana, about the magic called smoke, the tech called wired reflexes, and perhaps most importantly, how to find, capture, and escape with the artifact that is the focus of most of the conflict here in Santos. First, you'll learn about being an elf, how to take advantage of that fact, and how to keep your scrawny butt alive while putting the hurt on the bad guys. Elves are taller and built slighter than humans. They can't take as much damage, but they are faster. They also have more essence to work with. They do have a significant advantage, however. They can heal themselves when wounded as long as they can find cover and take no damage for a short time. Think hit and run tactics, and don't forget it. Healing kicks in automatically, so worry only about getting yourself out of the line of fire to take advantage. So, guess what gets me up in the morning, soldier? I get to blow your skinny butt up all in the name of thorough training, and I even get paid. See? It only stings for a while, then you're back in the fight. Remember, as an elf, you have less health, but move faster and heal. So stick and move and don't get cornered by the bigger races. Move to the waypoint to continue your training. Believe it or not, the katana, that formidable weapon of the ancient samurai, has had a renaissance on the modern battlefield. is not for the old-fashioned and the romantic. In the right hands, it is, in fact, a deadly efficient tool. Your view changes when the katana is equipped. This gives you better peripheral awareness. Use it to your advantage. When you are armed with a katana, and in combat with an opponent who is also armed with a katana, to block their attacks, simply face them without attacking. This takes discipline, and when mastered, opens your opponent to counterattack. Okay, approach the target and kill him with the katana. The katana is especially deadly if your target hasn't seen you. Look for the mark above their heads. A question mark tells you they are unaware of your presence. When you strike an unaware target with the katana, it deals a mortal wound. You can tell you've been successful by the geyser of blood. Can't miss it. They'll bleed to death shortly, unless they're resurrected or find a tree of life. Now approach and attack the next target from behind. If you do it right, you just have to hit him once, and then you might want to stand back. It can get a little messy. The katana takes skill to master, but with practice, it is a weapon to be feared. Now for a final test. Remember what I taught you. Surprise your enemy, hit and run, and block when especially pressed. Kill all enemies. Good job. The katana requires disciplined combat skills, and if your enemies have them, remember to always watch your back. The next part of your training covers smoke magic. Get to the waypoint and we will begin. Smoke is a useful spell for getting out of a tight spot at the last minute, still breathing. It can make the difference between living or dying. Assign smoke to one of your ability slots. Hold the assignment menu button. Smoke temporarily turns your physical body into a vaporous cloud. When active, bullets and melee attacks cannot hurt you. You also will take no damage from falling. Now cast smoke to see how it affects your physical makeup. Notice how your view changes while using smoke. Once triggered, smoke stays active until you re-trigger it or use up your essence. You best demonstrate smoke? Guess what? I get to blow you up. How many times has it been now? I love my job. That explosion would have killed a troll on PCP, and you were fine. Smoke will save your ass in a tight spot. Use it. Deactivate smoke now by triggering the spell. After smoke is turned off, there's a short recovery period. During this time, no weapons, tech, or magic can be used. This is important to note because you're quite vulnerable during this period. You should also know that gust magic affects you differently when you are smoked. Smokers take damage from gust instead of only being pushed back. Another drawback, your essence regeneration is slower when smoke is assigned to a slot. But on the flip side, when smoke is assigned to one of your slots, you will not be visible to enhanced vision, and SmartLink cannot lock onto you. This can be more valuable than you think. Now we'll practice using smoke and your katana. If you take too much damage, use smoke to get to a safe place to take advantage of your healing ability before attacking again. Follow the waypoint when you are ready to begin. Take out the enemy targets inside this hangar. Remember to use smoke to help you avoid taking damage when your health is low. Good job, soldier. Now on to the last part of smoke training. To turn the tables, you will not have access to smoke, but your enemies will. Assign gust to one of your ability slots to continue. Hold the assignment menu button. If the enemies smoke, gust them or follow them and take them down when they come out of it. Good. You've completed smoke training. Remember that is good for hit-and-run attacks, avoiding falling damage, and staying off the radar if the other team is relying on enhanced vision. You can be damn sure the other team will be using it against you. Good job, soldier. Move to the next waypoint to learn about wired reflexes. Next lesson, wired reflexes. Like the name implies, it's tech that totally juices your system. Faster foot speed, faster reloading, everything is faster. Assign wired reflexes. Hold the assignment menu button. Okay, wired is assigned. When wired reflexes is assigned to a slot, it will increase your speed in all things. The drawback is the impact on your available essence. As I said, wired totally juices your system. If you have a katana, you will be able to deflect some incoming fire. Some bullets will get through, especially high-caliber ones, so don't start feeling invincible. Remember, you have to be facing the shooter to block effectively. Now we'll learn wired reflexes in a combat demonstration. Your movement is restricted for this demonstration. You think that's unfair? Get a helmet. Remember, you have to face the enemies to block their attacks, and do not swing your sword. The block will happen automatically. Face the enemies and don't attack, and you will block successfully. Show some discipline, soldier. Don't flail around. You're free to move. Kill all your enemies. Nicely. So far, you've been experiencing wired reflexes in passive mode. It can also be briefly operated in active mode. If you trigger your wired reflexes, you will really get a jolt. You'll jump higher, block more, run fast as hell. This does take a toll on your body, and you'll take damage as a drawback. There is always a drawback. Okay, move to the next waypoint and trigger your wired reflexes. Notice your speed and that it damages you a bit. It can be worth it though for fast getaways or for closing in real quick. Soldier. This very last bit of training will teach you about using the artifact and escaping with it. This can be the most important and valuable thing you can do on the battlefield. Follow the waypoint on your HUD to the location of the artifact. Now pick up the artifact. Listen up. This is important. If you activate any tech or magic abilities, the artifact will be dropped. If it is not picked up again after a short time, it will return to its starting location. While you are carrying it, the artifact can also be used as a weapon. It behaves somewhat like a katana when you attack with it, so you're not defenseless. You can also drop the artifact by changing weapons. This is useful when you need to defend with something with a bit of range. There's a waypoint for the drop-off location on your HUD. You must take the artifact to this location. Keep an eye out for this icon. It will be the ultimate objective in most engagements. Carry the artifact to this point, and the other team will attempt to defend this point. There will be enemy targets trying to stop you. Drop the artifact if you must, but remember, it will return to its starting place if it is left for too long. Great job. You delivered the artifact to the drop-off point. In a raid, your team would have won the round. Good job. You've done well. Remember the strengths and weaknesses of elves and smoke magic. Wired reflexes and katanas are useful tools to master and can be very effective. Most of all, remember about the artifact. It's the key to what's happening here in Santos. Soldier, I know we covered a lot of ground together in these sessions, but believe me, there's much more to learn regarding almost every race, tech, and magic. Refer to your manual and try to find a veteran to teach you more. For now, it's one last match against bots. Are you ready?
extraction. Game on.
Three enemies. Hangar. Three enemies. Lift.
Artifact secured.
Lift.
Reach the exit point.
Move. Lift. One out. Air passage.
Artifact secured. Reach the exit point.
Artifacts moving. Lift. Three enemies. Atrium. Artifacts. Atrium. Five enemies. Atrium. Artifact is moving. Atrium.
Artifact returned. RNA wins. Game on.
One human. Balcony. Move. Lift. Four enemies.
Artifact secured. Reach the exit point.
Artifact is moving. Hangar. Artifact is moving. Atrium. One out. Maintenance floor. Artifact is moving.
Lineage scores. Game on.
Four
Artifact secure. Reach the exit point.
On enemies, maintenance floor.
Lineage scores.